Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm joined by Dylan. We watched another Ghibli movie. The time was right.
Yep.
It felt like it.
We got a streak going.
Yeah. We normally have been doing every other week with a little and/or watch through, but something about tonight.
Yeah.
Dylan was kind of feeling like a Ghibli movie, and I was like, you know what? We haven't had it in a while.
From being completely honest, I'm always feeling like a Ghibli movie.
Of course. I mean, it's
just a matter of opportunity.
Yes. I also said, I was like, you know what we haven't had in a while is some hot tea and some Oreos and milk, which is like a mainstay of us watching any kind of anime usually.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been busy and, not going to lie, tired and a bunch of other things. So we haven't had a chance to continue watching Frieren, which is our current show that we've been watching through on our little hiatus from 00 Gundam. But tonight we watched The Secret World of Arrietty.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a long time since we watched this one.
Right. It ain't as secret as I remember. They made a whole fucking movie about it.
Yeah, they made a pretty big deal out of it.
Right.
I've got some hot takes for this movie.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
But before I jump, I don't want to jump in too hot.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled up the Google page for this.
Right.
And I know the movie is like The Secret World of Arrietty, but apparently it's just called Arrietty, and I guess in some adaptations of it, maybe some Americanized versions of it or something I don't know about.
Who knows?
So anyways, one thing I didn't realize, this movie released in 2010.
Yep.
I was like, okay, wow, okay.
15 years ago.
Yeah, man. It is very well animated, but obviously I feel like that's a given for any kind of Studio Ghibli well animated.
I never would have
Holy
guessed.
Shit. Damn, that's my hot take.
How'd you
I'm
find
sorry.
that out?
That's my hot take, guys. The music was so whimsical and kind of melancholic in a way, which I think was kind of nice. I liked it. I liked the sound design. I liked the music. I thought it was very well done, well executed. Yeah. The animation was beautiful. The story, though, is where my hot takes come in, I feel like.
Okay.
But like I said, we'll get to there in a second.
Yeah.
That's just I'm just broad strokes.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. There are so many things about this that I did like and I thought were cool. I thought Arrietty's like character design was so cool, kind of iconic in her own way. The clip hair tie situation's kind of a fun little thing that
the sword pin.
I mean, long boots. It's a cool vibe. Yeah, I like the character. It looks it's very recognizable and interesting. How about you? How do you feel about this movie? Or do you remember the first time you actually had watched this one? Because for me, I was going to say earlier, it has been a long time since we watched this one. I think this is one of the first handful we watched. Gosh, probably many years ago at this point for me. So this is my only second time watching through it.
Right.
So
I couldn't recall the very first time I watched this.
Right.
But I want to say it was back before the flood, and I had pulled it up on demand. It was just one of the free movies. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I used to browse that shit all day.
Yeah.
As with most films, I either was introduced to it through my dad or just found it just playing on the air.
Right. Well, the good old days of television.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Once upon a time.
Quote, unquote, good old days.
Back in my day, we had 4 channels we would cycle through.
We're certainly old.
Oh, gosh. It feels like it.
Yeah.
Yes, this is I feel like it's very charming. It's very whimsical. It's, I think it could be a bit, like I said earlier, a bit melancholic, a bit unpredictable.
Hard to be optimistic in these circumstances as a small people.
Yes. And this is where Are you ready for my hot take?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think
if this is lukewarm at all, I'm gonna hurt you.
I think Ratatouille did it better. Probably a hot take, but I think that
you mean like the small perspective,
the whole thing, like whenever you boil it down to its like core components, you have a smaller species that is borrowing / stealing from a bigger species, and there's like a family element where like it may be like a small niche, or I think in Ratatouille's instance, there's like a bigger niche of like people that you're trying to like take care of, but you're maybe not. This kind of like separation, and then the small species finds a good person of the bigger species, and then becomes like a companion of. And I feel like in Ratatouille, there's this kind of like this character progression and growth that takes place, that I think also is like this. They find a way to be symbiotic in a way that I think they both kind of get better in some facets or whatever. And then I think there's this other bigger story that plays out that I think for Remy and Linguini, I think ends up like wrapping up kind of nicely. Where like, now again, this is a Disney movie that we're talking about, so they all live happily ever after, in some kind of way. You know,
I'd say,
but like in that aspect where there's this more character development and this more kind of like symbiotic relationship that then ends up like growing into something that I think is kind of nice. I feel like Arrietty, I think, kind of does that, and then like it doesn't really flush it out some. And then I feel like some of the characters that we do have, like everything kind of feels very much like I don't know how to say it. Like nothing ever like builds to like a big crescendo. It kind of just like it kind of has these moments where like it feels like there's some really cool elements that and I'm not, this is not bad by any means. I'm just saying this is my hot take that I'm feeling as I'm watching the film of like I wish there would have been a little bit more talked about by like the borrowers, and not just like, I hope there's more of us, and then we get one more guy, and like there's not like there is some like mentions to like the history of them, but it's never like really in depth, or like there's like this little bit that kind of, you know, that talks about like the this guy's grandfather or great grandfather or whoever knows about this, you know, this conversation of these little people, and it's like, and then that's it. Like there's no more like, oh, but like there's like a little bit more that happens.
It should be noted that this is based on a book.
Right. So, and then this is what I'm saying is like I'm saying these critiques because of just this is the feelings that I have, but I'm not saying that it's a bad movie. I still enjoyed it. I still loved it. I think it's still a beautiful movie and a fun story. Right. But there's more about like the child's heart condition that like we kind of get an inkling of, but like not a whole lot. And I feel like we start to care for him, but there's never really like there is some like quote unquote stakes for that, but like it never really feels like immediate. It always feels like I'm gonna have an operation soon. As he's running around, he kind of has like this like
right. He's got a weak heart,
but then but he always kind of just gets better a little bit. Like there's no like moment where he's like and collapses and then there's like a panic or like there's like I said, that's why I said like there's like this kind of this build up, and then it ebbs and it flows, and nothing ever gets too big, nothing ever gets too low, and it always kind of just, which is nice, and I think for like a when I think about it, for like a G-rated movie, totally applicable, not bad in the slightest.
I'd say it still had some high points.
Oh yeah, you're right. And then like eventually, like I mean, like I feel like again we build up to this moment where like the borrowers are all seen, and now like they have to leave.
Her mom gets captured,
and like there's no like we have like resigned our fate to like having to move, when it's like we could just get rid of the ant. Let's be honest.
I don't even know if Haru is like related to the ant or to the show.
I don't know.
She's just fucking there.
I just, for some reason, I
This
feel like
sociopath that resides in this house.
Correct. And even like, and I feel bad for like, I know that she's kind of like the villain. I feel like Ghibli villains. Hold on, let me back up a little bit. Let's backtrack a little bit.
Right.
I feel like the Studio Ghibli crazy old lady has been done better.
Yeah.
And I feel like this one is like, it's just so much more toned down, which again is, I think it's appropriate for like I think probably, which is kind of crazy to say, less of the like whimsical, mythical Ghibli films, having it all kind of toned down is probably totally fine.
Because I mean, this is just the normal world.
Correct.
But there are little people.
Exactly. So she kind of comes across as like,
She's not straight up evil. She's just a paranoid old lady.
Correct. But I also don't know a whole lot about like why she is the way she is. Like it just kind of like she's, and again, like I said, I'm trying to look at this from like the perspective of like a G-rated movie.
Yeah.
So like this is meant to be for quote general audiences. So it's meant to be palatable for everyone.
Right.
I'm being probably a little too critical, but also I like to be, especially when it comes to like Ghibli films, and like which I think because I think that you can have some really great stories in these films. And for this one, I was like, there's like a little bit of like I don't understand why Haru is kind of the way she is. Like there's nothing there. There's nothing kind of like there's no like even like a little something as to like why she's kind of obsessed about this, or like why she thinks they're pests. And like, why can't there be like a conversation between Sho and Haru to be like, "Hey, you crazy old coot,
Right? Leave them alone.
Yeah, leave them alone. They're my friends,
Right?
And I'm gonna protect them.
People.
They're people too,
not rats.
Exactly. And so like you know what I'm saying? Like why couldn't there have been that? And then we all could have lived happily ever after. Instead of all of it, just like now we just have to resign ourselves to leaving, and we have to just like go away, and that's just that's the end of it.
I mean, they would have done it anyway. It's just
I know it's just their way, but it's just like the sadness of like they already loved their home so much, and they talked about it multiple times. The mother has talked about it, and then you also have the potential of like the most beautiful mansion with literal electricity and plumbing, which is crazy.
Yeah.
There is a potential for that. And at no point in time did Sho ever offer that or like voice that like you could have this.
Right. He just straight up took the kid and was like, here you go.
Yeah. It was going to give it to them. And I know that they don't want handouts from them.
Right.
But at the same time, like this was like a perfect opportunity, I think, for like character development and change in the dad to like have happened. Of like how nice would it have been to have had like the dad that like was chill from the very beginning and then gets a little bit more anxious as the story progresses, justifiably so, to like have this moment where like his daughter comes and says like, no, I want you to trust me. You said earlier in the film, you said at the very beginning, wait and feel it out before you run.
Right.
Feel out the human beings
right.
before you just run. Like use that line again later and be like, Dad, like trust me, just hear him out before you just go off and run. And then like for me, that's where my mind and maybe in my own head, I said this. We watched the end of the film and I was like, this can't be the end. And you were like, yeah. And I was like, but wait, no. Like I feel like in my head, I rewrote the ending to like what I think would have been an appropriate end, because I feel like in my head, from what I remember, and maybe I'm just crazy, it's also been a handful of years. So I may be thinking of a different film and like coalescing the two. But I could have felt like there was like what I'm saying happened. Like there was some sort of conversation between Sho and the father via Arrietty or something happened like that, where like there was this like maybe we could live in harmony in some way, like kind of like a Ratatouille moment of like no like I can help you out, you can help me out kind of thing. Like there's this like symbiotic relationship or something. And then you live in the mansion that you've always dreamed of, and now you don't have to worry about being on the run or hiding your entire species. And then maybe there's this like, and maybe that's not what's the point.
Very idyllic.
Exactly. and again,
if Haru wasn't there, it could have ended that way.
Heaven forbid I try to have an optimistic and whimsical view on a Ghibli film.
Right.
But that's what I was thinking. as it was progressing. And I think that like even like the idea of like bringing in his name Spiller?
Yeah.
And bringing in Spiller into the mix.
The local savage.
The local the local wild man.
Right.
Or bring him into the mix or something that could have been, because I think that they nodded at the end of the film.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's maybe like a budding relationship that takes place between
right.
Spiller and Arrietty. So like we're left to think like maybe the borrowers will not die out with Arrietty. There will be a continuation, which is nice.
They ain't gonna die out so easily.
Exactly, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't have to pack up and leave. That's all I was saying. Like
as long as Haru's in that fucking house, they gotta go.
But I think Sho's the master of the house. So at that point, if he says
he
goes,
was just staying there for a while.
I know. But what I'm saying is like, there could have been some crackdown because the actual aunt character I think was also like I think that it would have been easy to convert her over to be like, hey, and then all it would have taken was one good finger wag at Haru and she'd be like, all right, guys, all right, I'll chill out. I don't know. That's all I was saying.
Don't trust that crazy old bitch as far as I can throw her.
And I can't throw her far.
Right.
No. So, anyways, that's my hot take. When I was thinking about it in the big picture of things, I was like, I liked the vibe of Arrietty.
Yeah.
But I felt like there was like, again, it felt like it, like the ebbs and flows felt high and low, but it felt very shallow as far as like the peaks and valleys, as opposed to like I feel like other Ghibli movies where like you'll have those moments like that, and then you have this big moment and like, oh my gosh, like any movie would, you have a kind of a climax of sorts, or you have these low points where like something tragic happens. And so again, like I said, I'm trying to probably adjust my
right. I'd say while similar, it's like comparing two different breeds of apple.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that I can't say I like one apple more than the other.
Right.
They're still the same thing.
Yeah.
They're still, and that's what I'm saying. I like both. I like both of these movies. I was just thinking, I guess that's why I said my hot take, because it's a bit I think it's a bit testy, and I think it can probably offend somebody, which is why I think I say it like that when I say they quote unquote Ratatouille did it better. I'm not. I obviously am not saying that Arrietty's a bad film. I just think whenever you take away, like I described at the earlier part of the show, and you take it down to like its fundamental parts, there is this kind of like they mirror each other in a lot of ways. And I feel like in the ways that I was wanting Arrietty to give me more, I feel like I got that from like the idea. And it's also been a long time since I watched Ratatouille, don't get me wrong. But I feel like there's a little bit more that took place. I'm also not sure if one's longer than the other. I think that Arrietty's only an hour and a half. So again, like you said, it's also based off of a book. And by no means is this a bad slight on the movie at all. I just thought it was a hot take, and I thought it was funny to say that. Because it is kind of funny to think about. Though I'm not going to lie, anybody listening to this podcast, I wish you would have saw Dylan's face when I said it the first time. He gave me the huh face. I beg your pardon.
Right.
But anyways, that's just my 2 cents on the matter. I thought it was. I think it was a very, very well made movie.
He's Berkeley.
Yeah, very pretty. There's a lot of really, really fun stuff. It just kind of makes me, I don't know, man. There's a lot of cool characters, and I wish I would have gotten just a little bit more out of all of them. Is what it feels like. The dad character is so cool. He's so stoic. He's so
dad-like.
He's such a dad, dude. He's so good, and I wish that there would have been some more there that I feel like that we didn't really get.
Yeah,
I feel like there was some fun development with the mother character.
Homily has got to be
oh my gosh,
my favorite fucking part of this movie.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like again, this is probably another hot take. I feel like the
He's got another one in the chamber.
I got another one. Hold on, let me lock and load. I feel like the character that got like the most development as far as like shift in personality or change or like a true development as a character was the cat.
The cat.
Nia. The cat goes from like straight up like in the first few scenes trying its damnedest to like getting through the grate to try and kill Arrietty. Right. To then like having some other moments of like frustration, like, you know, like a cat would. And then there's this interesting moment where like probably 2/3, 3/4 of the way through, whenever Sho is kind of just like chilling out in the field and like he finally gets to like really see Arrietty, you know, put his eyes on her.
Right.
The cat like is a little bit more tame, but like is still like has this moment of frustration, like tries to get at Arrietty until like Sho's like, hey, yo, you know, treat her nice, chill out. And then the cat like calms down. And then by the time the movie's over with, the cat comes out of the forest and is like totally chill with Arrietty. In fact, is like telepathically being like, hold on, let me go get my boy because I know he cares about you. Runs to the house, grabs his boy Sho and is like, hey, you coming?
Right.
And then brings him all the way over there and has this real moment of like, hey, I may have not liked you before, but like we're chill now. Up to the point where like, you know, she's able to put Arrietty's able to put her hand on I don't know if Nia is a female cat, but on the cat's nose and be like, hey bud, we made amends.
Lose some weight.
we lose some weight. You fat cat.
Jesus.
Like as I'm saying, like as far as like development, like of like the shifting of character traits, this kind of like, I was this way and now I am this way. Every other character kind of feels like they have this kind of samey. They all feel the same. Like the most development we had was out of the cat, which I think is kind of funny.
I was going to say Arrietty went through some pretty drastic changes. Goes from like being terrified of and avoiding entirely humans because that's their way of life. That's how they survived for the past God knows how many years, to having full-on conversations with one of them and trusting him to help her like free her mother.
Right. I think in the instance I'm talking about for that, it feels more like I feel like she was already different. She was already, I think, willing to be a little bit more. Maybe that's why it feels. I think she started off I feel like we started off the movie knowing that Arrietty's probably a little bit different than probably her parents.
A little go-getter.
Yeah,
a little on the reckless side.
Exactly. And so the fact that like she may, like the first scene where we see like she the whole sugar cube and she considers taking it but then doesn't. It's like this whole like she's already like even at the beginning of the film she's open towards this kind of human kid character. So maybe that's for me why it's hard to see that like quote unquote like growth because it feels like that's part of her character already. But you're right though, she gets some interesting development. But dude, I don't know, man. I love. I feel like the dad shifts in kind of in like a strange way that like I said, he feels really chill. The mother feels kind of a little bit more uptight and nervous.
Right.
And the dad feels more like
cool-headed.
It'll be all right. We're gonna
as long as we're
confident.
Not seen, we're good.
Yeah. But then even like once they're seen, he still kind of feels a little bit like, hey, it's okay.
Right.
No big deal.
That's our first strike.
That's right.
If we're seen anymore, we got to start looking for a new place.
Right. And then it's like after that like second time or so is like when he really shifts and is like kind of cold.
Yeah.
And it's like I get it. Like
Nothing but business. We got to go.
You're right. But like I said, this is where I feel like his character for me I kind of lose his character. Because like I said, at first he was like, oh, he's like, it's no big deal. And then he's all business, and it's like, okay, it's hard to kind of like connect with you in a way. It feels like, and I just would have liked something there to have been like, they're not all bad, Dad.
Right. It's just at that point, like the whole family-oriented, like protective mindset just locks in, and he's like, I can't take any chances on this. So we have to leave.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not critiquing that at all. Right. I totally understand it. It just makes, for me, it makes the character a little bit less enjoyable. Because I loved the way he was. I loved how level-headed he was.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying like I lose it because I feel like this is what I'm saying by like I feel like there could have been something.
Mm-hmm.
There could have been a conversion of like Arrietty to melt the cold heart of her father in a second, to be like, hey, like let's just hear him out. And there could have been an interesting conversation between Sho and the dad. And like he could have had like the dad who was like protected his family for a long time, to have finally like had a face-to-face contact with this guy who's like, no, like I promised to try and protect your family as well. And like there could have been some sort of that, but that, like I said, that's all just a could have been sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think it could have been something fun and different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but I think that it's I still think it's really fun.
Yeah.
I loved like the landscape and I love the motion of liquids in the small world.
Right.
How obviously
how accurate it is.
Yeah. Like we see beads of water as, we could hold on the tips of our fingers really. Mm-hmm. But whenever you're actually like the size of your entire finger, like water flows differently. Right. Water, anytime they pour out, bless you. Stop that. Anytime they pour out tea, it feels like it's like a boom, like it's actually like a straight, like a whole.
Like it's a different consistency.
Exactly. It feels like it's more viscous, but it's just how big it is.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
Mm-hmm. I like the bugs.
The bugs.
The grasshoppers.
Yeah.
The roly-polies.
Yeah.
A spider is a fucking death sentence.
Oh, my God.
I was amazed
to
not have seen a single spider.
Hey.
Jesus Christ. I'd fucking die of a heart attack before even going outside.
Mine would be the roach. I don't like roaches
at all. I hate roaches. I'd be on a fucking warpath.
Bruh,
I could kill a roach. I ain't fucking with a spider.
Dude. That's crazy.
Yeah. This is the equivalent of the fucking could you fight a tiger barehanded of the small people world.
Yeah. I'm going to go for no.
Yeah. Answer is still fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm running.
Bruh, dude, the other day I was watching, I was like walking up onto our porch, and there's like a spider web, like kind of, that he made between the bush and the handrail. Mm-hmm. And I was watching this little moth like flutter around or whatever. And as I was walking up, I watched it get stuck. Ooh. And that dude, that spider came running. It was like, he was shuffling that dude around, shuffling the shit out of him.
Motherfucker's got to get that meal prep done.
Yeah, dude, he was putting some work in. I was like, I've never seen it happen so fast where I was like, that moth never stood a chance, dude.
Oh, yeah. Once you get caught, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. So, but anyways, I thought
spiders
that was
are fucking cool.
Yes. I love spiders, and I give them the respectful distance they deserve.
Mm-hmm. As long as they stay the fuck out of my way.
As long as they stay out of like my personal space is the big thing.
You can hang around like outside in a corner of the ceiling and whatnot, but if you're like face level or any lower than that,
nah.
Especially on a walkway, you're done.
No.
I got to get rid of you.
Every now and then we'll get a spider that tries to make a nest in the upper right-hand corner of the door, like of the front door to our home. Mm-hmm. So every time I open the house, I can't
count how many times I've narrowly avoided that fucker.
Dude. And I will try to I'll try to like knock the web down and be like, hey boy, you can't post up here, and then give him like 2 or 3 more weeks. And there's either another one or the same guy who's like, let me just put a little web up here.
Just I needed enough, to renovate anyway.
Yeah, just enough for to brush the side of your head as you walk in the door and go, yeah. I hate that. Yeah. But anyways, so,
man.
Yeah, but roaches can burn in hell.
Die.
Absolutely
forever.
Not. I don't like roaches at all. Especially because we live in the South. And like, again, the wood roaches can be every bit of like 2 to 3 inches long. Mm-hmm. And they're just, oh God, they're awful.
Downright vile.
But yeah.
Fuck Haru.
Yeah.
I hate that bitch.
Man.
Jesus Christ.
Bruh, she was like getting a sick pleasure out of like putting homily in like a jar and then putting saran wrap. The jar.
My God.
I was like, bruh, why are you putting...
This bitch is crazy.
Why are you putting her... And not only that... Saran wrap toothpick holes, which again, any kind of critter you keep in a jar, which is not much for me as an adult.
Like I can't understand the disconnect.
I can understand that.
Right. You can, like, if it's an animal, that's one thing, but that is a small person.
But you're right. What I'm saying is you're right about that. Yeah. But the part where you lose me is when you go into the pantry, you move a jar. You move a jar.
And you hide the fucker behind something else.
Now you're just
that's evil.
Now you're being a bitch.
Right.
Even let's say hypothetically, I caught a grasshopper and I put him in a jar.
Right.
And as a kid or whatever, like, or here's a better option. During some parts of the summer, there are lightning bugs that will pop up around in open fields.
Right.
You get you capture a few, put them in a little container, a little jar. Where do you put them? On the counter.
Yeah.
On the table.
Windowsill.
On the railing on the back porch. Or like someplace to display them, or someplace to see them, or someplace to show other people what you have caught.
Right.
At no point ever would I have been like, I have finally caught this. Now I'm swapping mindsets here to Haru. I finally caught this pest that I've been trying to capture my entire life. Let me hide them behind the second row of jars in the pantry. Why?
Like, what's the reasoning?
What are you like? Are you hoping that she die? Are you hoping that? Are you hoping? The only thing I'm thinking of is that I'm hoping that I forget that she's back there and she dies. Because that's the only thing that like.
This is borderline senile
this
old
is
woman.
Literally out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
I'm putting you here, hoping that I forget about you to one day remember, like, oh, I put a little person back there.
Right.
Let me go capture my. Let me
show you this little homunculus I found.
Let me see if my little person's still dead in the pantry. What the
Jesus
What
Christ.
the heck, dude? I'm not sure if that's
in
the book.
She immediately calls the exterminators. Specifies that she doesn't want them killed somehow. And just wants them trapped.
Why?
Accuses them of thievery.
This is what I'm talking about, dude. There just needs to be a little bit more, a little bit something else. There needs to be a conversation between Sho and Haru whenever the pest control shows up to be like,
what the fuck are you
doing?
doing?
Hey, you old coot.
You fucking bag.
I know you think that they're thieves and you capture whatever.
Right. You don't know Jack.
Whether you like it or not, they're people too, I guess.
Like, what are you gonna think? Like, I don't understand.
It's crazy. It's crazy thinking.
Yeah. And she doesn't even talk to her. She just talks down to her whenever she's got her in the jar. She's like, oh my God, I found you.
She straight up put her in the pocket.
Right.
Put her in the pocket and was like,
yeah.
Like, what the?
Getting all giddy with herself.
Bruh. Can we talk about how sad this boy's life is?
Oh.
This is the part. This is why I think I have a hot take about it all.
Yeah,
it's like the boy's life is sad, so it's not like just like in true Studio Ghibli fashion. We can't just like have a young boy who's like has a perfect life. His family has to be divorced. His mom never shows up because she works too much. He has a heart condition. He's probably gonna die. It's like that's like, you know what I'm saying. Like we start the movie off and it's like So like we're talking about depression here, and then he's like finding like purpose and joy and like finding a purpose to protect this young this girl who's probably the same age as him but just as a small person. I don't know, man. Like I feel like it's like. I guess I'm saying this because I try to be nice, and I'm like, it's a G-rated movie. Right. It's like, it's like again, this movie is intended for straight up children to watch unsupervised.
Right.
That's what that means. Like it literally, like PG means like parents should be around,
right? At least.
So I try to like buffer it with that. But then when you hit me with like he never knows his dad because I guess they got a divorce and he just straight up bailed out, right?
I don't think it was that. I want to say that his mother is usually busy with work and his father, I can't remember what the deal is, but I don't think they're divorced.
I'm almost certain that at the dinner table that like like his aunt says like this is not fair that like your mother can never be around because of her work. Like I know she's busy with like the divorce and all.
Right.
So like
with work, her job.
What do you mean? Like she can't divorce herself from her
work?
No,
I don't think divorce is mentioned.
I'm almost certain it was mentioned at that dinner table scene.
You can double check if
okay, I'm gonna look.
But let's see. What was I saying?
She can't. I guess she can't divorce herself from her work. Is what you're. Let's see. Shows parents divorced? Question mark.
Does his broken household?
Yeah. It says, in The Secret World of Arrietty, the human boy, Sho, or Sean in the U.S. version, mentions that his parents are divorced.
Okay.
This is a minor plot point that explains why he feels lonely and is staying with his aunt while awaiting his heart surgery. The divorce is not a major focus of the story. Centers on the unlikely friendship between the young.
Right. Yeah.
So, anyways, that was what I was saying. Was like there's this like we hit like some pretty heavy marks like right off the bat. Like I don't remember what is said verbatim, but like I'm almost certain like the dad doesn't show up anymore. Partially, I think because of the whole divorce situation, and like the mother has him, but the mother is constantly working to try and help
making ends meet.
Right, to help, I guess, to like help his heart condition. But like, first of all, he has a heart condition. Like that he's gonna have like a straight up operation on in a couple of days.
Young man is in dire straits.
And so what I'm saying is what I'm saying is I'm having a hard time separating my mind because I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. It's a kid's movie, but then it's like this boy is depressed and finding friends in small places because like his life has kind of turned upside down. So now I'm like, well, shit, if we're gonna go that far, let's go ahead and let's make some real stuff here.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's what I'm saying. I'm not making it. I'm not being mean, but that's where my mind's going. Is like, I think I could be using this term wrong. I think it's called cognitive dissonance, where it's like there's like this in my brain, like there's these two things that aren't rubbing together really well, and it's these two things where it's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
interesting, and it's it's really. I was going somewhere with that. The fact that I don't know.
Now I'll see you're a sad boy protagonist and raise you Ponyo, which you haven't seen
I've
yet.
never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that?
Oh, yes.
Is that a mention to something?
Oh, indeed.
Oh, no. Oh, I guess what I was saying was like, again, you can't have like a Ghibli movie without there being some sort of like heavy emotional weight on something. But I felt like there could have been
to hit the marks.
This is what I'm saying is I wish we'd had a little bit more.
Yeah.
I wish it would have gone in a different direction. There is a little bit of mention between his heart condition and Arrietty, and there's like some of these little moments to like I feel like we get these like glimpses where like we're kind of like threading some things together, and like it never really goes. I don't want to say it never really goes anywhere. It never really like succinctly concludes. I feel like we get these little like talks about the borrowers. We get these talks about the history of Sho's family and all that stuff, and then like there's kind of talks about this, and then he's got the heart condition, and he talks about it here, and we're kind of like everything is flushing out, but like at no point does it feel like it cashes in on it. I guess what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
where it's like
leaves everything pretty open ended.
Right, and then at the very end, like again, as Arrietty's leaving, there's like this really beautiful moment where she's like holding his finger, and she's like, I hope that like you can.
I hope you have the best life ever.
I hope you have the best life ever. And he's like, Arrietty, you will always be a part of me.
You gave me the courage to live.
And it's like, that's so beautiful. But why does she have to leave? Like, that's what I'm saying. We can get rid of Haru is all I'm saying. We can get rid of her. Like, trust me. Like, we can make your house a home here.
Right.
And that's what I think. I feel sad because it's like, I feel like they're departing. For what feels like a justifiable reason if there wasn't already, like, I think other excuses for them to stay. Maybe that's why I'm all up in arms about it. But I was like, man, I don't know, man. It just feels like, I feel like that moment I should have felt emotional. I feel like this moment, like where she's like crying and is like, I really hope that you have like the best life ever. And that there's like this like kind of like sentimental goodbye. It kind of feels like for me, like by the time they were doing that, I was like, but like at no point was like Sho ever like, I just feel like he would have been like, but you don't have to leave.
I mean, it's.
I know.
It's really just not for him to decide. I mean, he's.
I know.
Not gonna be there forever.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. It's like even if that's the aunt's house and Haru is like the wait staff or whatever, it seemed like the aunt was like excited to like have the little people there as well.
Oh yeah.
The borrowers.
She was receptive.
She found the pot and was like, oh my gosh, they're real.
Right.
And I was like, and if she's the owner of the home, then like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
right.
like for me, it doesn't like the jump off points are not too far removed. Right. That like
it's just with how sneaky and like conniving Haru is. I would not trust it.
Fire her ass. Get rid of her.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. Or convert her and make her, I don't know.
Not a bitch.
Not a bitch. I don't know, right?
Right.
That may be the biggest jumping off point. It's like that's the hardest leap is making her not to be a bitch. But the one that's not far is firing her. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. I don't know, man. I just think it's funny. And that for me, that was where I was like, I don't know.
Just take her out back.
Do we fucking just give her the old 1-2.
She's lived long enough.
Yeah. Hey, we could maybe. I don't know if you could do this, but like if we could give the borrowers human rights,
right.
is putting
that's a whole other can of worms entirely.
Putting a human being in a jar and then hiding them to die in a pantry
to jail with you.
Yeah. Is that considered some sort of
crime?
No. Well, I was thinking like abuse, like some sort of like neglect. Like we could bring Haru to court, and we could like press charges. Right. Is what I'm saying. Against
it's like it's the fucking B movie.
Yeah. Human indecency.
Oh my god.
Haru has little people indecency, and we could bring her to court. Is all I'm saying. That's what needs to happen.
You're sizist.
Yeah. Ugh. Yes, they live underneath your floorboards, and that's okay.
Right.
Anyways, I just think it's funny.
Goodness.
As I made a comment earlier, this has a star-studded American voice acting cast.
Most of these do.
More often than not. Yeah. I looked at this and I was like, first of all, like there's a couple of like Disney faces that we've seen in the past. So like David Henry, who I think played in Wizards of Waverly Place, I think. Bridget Mendler, which I believe she was on. Gosh, I don't remember.
One of those old
DComs. Well, maybe. But one of the what is the one with the baby that grows up?
Good Luck.
Yeah,
Charlie.
Good Luck Charlie. That's where she's from. Moises Arias, which he is from Hannah Montana. Once upon a time. So again, like we got somebody. So, anyways, Moises is Spiller. David Henry is Sean or Sho in this case. Bridget Mendler is Arrietty. Will Arnett is the dad.
Wow.
Pod. And then can you believe who Homily is?
Who?
Amy Poehler. What? I was like, you talk about your favorite character. I love Amy Poehler. And I was like, I would have loved to have seen Homily played by Amy Poehler. That sounds hilarious. So yeah, anyways, I was looking at this for a second. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at all this. This is crazy. I don't know how it plays into it, but I think Charisse Ronan is also in it as well. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, so anyways, I just thought it was interesting.
Nice.
That. So
give that a second run through.
Yeah. I like I said before, I don't hate the movie. I think it's fun, and I think it has its moments that I are very charming and very fun, and I love
as you get with
as you get. I don't know, man. maybe I'm just in a mood tonight.
Right, motherfucker got his shovel ready.
Yeah.
Ready to dig.
I'm ready to dig, buddy. I'm curious if anybody out there feels the same way. I'm curious if
I'm sure there's more than a few people out there.
Probably. I did like I liked it. I will watch it again I think out of all of the Ghibli movies that I've watched so far with you on the show and off, it's not in my top.
Right.
Obviously, there's so many good ones there, but I haven't made a formal list. But if I was to, it'd probably be in the middle.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. So, yeah,
indeed.
How many do you know? How many we haven't watched? How many Ghibli movies we haven't watched?
At least one or three, I want to say. We got The Tale of Princess Kaguya, Pompoko, and Ponyo. Those are the three I know right off the bat.
Have we watched From Up on Poppy Hill?
Yes. We did an episode on that one.
Holy shit, wait a minute. What? I don't remember. I know the name, but I thought that was one of the ones that we hadn't watched.
It was Hot Potato Baby.
Hot Potato Baby. Oh, yes, I do know. Oh, man, I remember this one was kind of sad, too, I think. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Whenever we watched it for the podcast, that was the first time we watched it.
Nice. Okay. So, and now, this is the one with the school.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
That
hell
rad
yeah.
fucking schoolhouse.
Man, that was so cool. So, what, out of the three that we have left, which one would you want to potentially hit?
I want to say Ponyo ought to be next.
Okay. I feel like we've talked about Ponyo for years at this point.
We've mentioned it a good bit, yeah. It's one of the ones that I had seen way early on. Again, because it was on demand.
Yes.
And it's one of my favorites.
The only thing I know about it is Fish Boy. A fish... Like a boy,
fish and a boy.
A boy who is a fish or whatever, or
fish girl.
Right. Sorry, fish creature,
fish princess.
Yeah. Okay. Spoilers. Damn it. No, I'm playing. Yeah. So I'm thinking about this again, and I'm going back over some of the ones that we watched in the past, and I'm remembering whenever we watched Tales from Earthsea. That was also based on a book.
Right.
That I feel like I liked the feeling of. I felt like there were some things that could have been better. And then I read some reviews online from people that really didn't like it. And then it kind of, I don't want to say changed my perspective, but I think it did kind of give me a different perspective on the fact that I was like, whenever you do frame it that way, it does kind of change that there are some things that I feel like could have been done a little differently. And I'm nervous that I don't want to look up any reviews of The Secret World of Arrietty because I'm just nervous that people will be like, yeah, it's bad because of X, Y, Z. And I'm probably not. Probably not.
Think what you want to think about it.
And that's the thing is I'm thinking what I want to think about it. I'm nervous that if I go looking just to kind of see what the pulse is on what people say,
right,
is it would it's going to reinforce my my bad thinking.
Nonsense.
So yeah. How do you feel about it? Is it one of your favorites?
Like it, man.
You like it?
It's I can never put these in favorites for me. I love all the Ghibli films.
Yeah,
I can't box them like that. But I mean, yeah, I really can't. I just tried to rationalize it in my head. Which one do I like the best? And I think of all of them, and I'm like, shit, I can't.
Yeah. So everything. All the Ghibli movies that get first place except for The Secret World of Arrietty gets the second place. I'm playing. Oh man. Rank your top 5 Gundams right now.
Fuck. I can't do that either. Shit.
I'll never forget one of the first times we were doing the podcast. We were coming up with cool different things to do while we were getting our feet underneath us.
Right.
Before we were doing regular movie content episodes. I remember I offered to do a tier list of some of the top Gundams,
and I was no.
And bruh,
I can't do it.
the veins that protruded from his head as he was
it's impossible. It's fucking impossible.
And I was like, well, just give me your top 25. And he's like, there's no way. And I was like, okay, you know what? Forget I even said it. Forget.
Because then you gotta when you say Gundams, do you mean actual the Gundam type mobile suit or just any mobile suit?
Right.
by now you've been able to make the distinction because of how much we've seen of the whole series. But I mean, Jesus Christ.
And I understand now that if I was to do something like that, I would do a top whatever of this series. Mm-hmm. So rank your favorite from Unicorn. Rank your favorite from Stardust Memory.
See that? I think that's what I'm saying. That.
So at that point, you could have like a short list because like you said, now that we've watched a lot of it, even for me, I'd be like, well, once you really start putting it on paper, let's say we're not doing mobile suits and it's just Gundams,
right?
Or whatever their like arch nemesis counterpart is in the series,
yeah.
We're in the hundreds. We're already in the hundreds.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah. So it's like, okay.
Right.
But the funny thing is, what I would want to do is like, let's say, I don't know how we would do this, but like if you did rank like 1 to, let's say a series has like 15 to 20 different suits, like you rank 1 to 25 and we give them like we take like the first like 2 or 3 out of all the series and then try to rank those, and some sort of like narrow down the thing. So because I would like to pigeonhole you in a way, or do this or this or this, to where like at the end at the end of the discussion, like you have to pick one. Whoa. So even if you don't want to, I could say this is his Gundam and it's proven, it's factual.
Man.
I just pigeonhole you into one. So you got to be like. He may say that he doesn't pick favorites, but Gundam's favorite we all know is X, or whatever.
Oh, dude. Okay, now see, it's funny you mentioned that. Now that you've got me thinking, the series that I think has like really stuck with me, and like resonated with me the most, is Turn A.
Oh, I didn't mean to make that correlation between.
No, it's fine. No, I get it. But it's just
his favorite is Turn X, and he's like, "How did you know?"
Right? No, because I mean, I'm sure I've talked about it before, but Turn A like took a bit to grow on me.
It still has taken some time for me
compared to everything else. It was just fucking like weird and different.
It looks different, yeah.
But man, as soon as I watched the show and started like reading up on like the story behind these suits, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is right up my fucking alley. Ancient machines that have the power to cause apocalypses.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit.
Lost in space.
It's a fucking Halo.
Yeah. It's Master Chief. Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like the design, of course, is what like alienated me at first, because it's got the color scheme of a Gundam, but then it's got this weird fucking like mustache, and I'm like,
yeah,
all right.
Right. We both said the same thing.
But man, it's easily like cemented itself as like 2 of my tops. Like,
nice.
Whenever I picture like my go-tos, like not only because like they're touted as like some of the most powerful,
of course,
like, mobile suits, like bar none.
Yeah,
because of their abilities.
Yeah,
it's just those 2 at the top of the fucking mountain for me. Just staring down at everything else. The Turn A and the Turn X.
Yeah,
as well as like any of the other mobile suits in that show.
I know I probably have seen them, but I can't recall them off the top of my head. The other suits.
There are a surprising number of like Universal Century mobile suit cameos, because they're just like unearthed from the ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're ancient tech, quote unquote. From
that's cool.
A bygone era.
Oh, hell yeah!
And as soon as a fucking Zaku shows up, I'm like, what?
What?
And the funniest thing is, for a moment there, because the Turn A is like conscripted into this militia that's fighting against the moon race.
Okay.
You see these Zaku's like bumming around with the fucking Gundam.
No.
It's the most like juxtaposed team I've ever seen.
Right.
We got fucking Kapuls, little balls with missile launchers in their chests.
Yeah.
I love those things.
You have history like rolling in his grave.
Right.
As the
Granddad's fucking seething right now.
Yeah. Your very racist granddad is going,
those fucking Zeeks. Oh, man. It's hilarious.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Yeah. So not only is that an aspect of it I enjoy immensely, just because of like how crazy it is.
Yeah.
Like knowing everything you would know about like a lot of the original shows.
Right.
It's a nice little bit of fan service that I really liked.
I also think it would be interesting in this, like, now that I'm thinking about it, like, instead of telling you to rank from like 1 to whatever like your favorite is like doing like a ranking of like a star ranking of like 1 to 10 stars, or like so like if you were to give like if you were like, let's say like for instance like turn A, how would you give it? And it's like you know,
I'm gonna be real with you, man. I know, everything's gonna have 5 stars.
Well, okay. So that's not good then.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about like, or like what would be like a huge scale? Like if we're to do like 4, again, let's just say unicorn, for instance. Like you have like on a scale of 1 to 100, like what number grade would you give like the unicorn Gundam or whatever? Like so that way you could say like I'd give it a 94 or whatever. Like, but like that may be too difficult and too nuanced. I was saying that because I was going to try and pigeonhole you even quicker.
Conundrum.
Yeah.
For
but
sure.
I think it'd probably be easier in the show to just like go 1 to
for a genre in which I have universally enjoyed just about every like mech that's appeared in the series. Some, of course, I like more than others, but I mean, I still love them.
Of course.
Like I don't know how to describe it. I just can't. I couldn't concisely.
It's like I'm asking you to pick one of your favorite children.
Exactly. It's
I'm gonna kill all the rest of them. Pick your favorite kid.
Yeah.
You're like, now please.
Get the fuck away from my dog.
My Gelgoog, no. Oh, man.
Not my sock.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Man.
What fun. I didn't mean to derail our conversation into Gundam, but I just think it's funny.
I'm never going to get sick of talking about it.
Because I do feel like it'd be interesting to try to do the same sort of thing for me with Ghibli films. And for me to kind of like rank which ones I feel like I like more or whatever.
Yeah.
And then try and pigeonhole myself into finding what my favorite Ghibli film is. Because there's a few that come to mind that I like a lot. And I'm curious now.
Indeed.
I think there's a way. I think online I saw recently an ad to get the necklace from Howl from Howl's Moving Castle, and I was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool, dude.
I really want the one from Castle in the Sky.
Yes, that's really cool.
The fucking Doomsday Key to the Flying Fortress.
Don't you have like a statue or like a figurine of like the?
I have a figure of one of the robot soldiers.
Yeah.
As well as a pot for plants. That is one of their heads.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was so cool, dude. Yeah. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Merch is definitely not few and far between, but it feels like it's hard to get a hold of like around here. Unless you go to like Barnes & Noble or something.
Barnes & Noble, I think... I could have swore there was. Well, maybe not. I don't know. There's like a couple of like Second and Charles in our area.
Oh yeah,
that I think has like some cool stuff too that I've seen in the
bits
past.
And bobs here and there.
Yeah.
God,
I haven't been back
forever since I've been to Second and Charles.
There's a coffee shop next to one around us that I want to go back to. In both places, the Second and Charles and the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Well. Oh man, what a fun time.
Yeah.
This was nice. Having some hot tea again, going back through our old tradition.
A return to form.
And then,
highlight of my week.
Bruh, I like Fairlife milk.
Mm-hmm.
It's lactose free. I don't have any lactose intolerance, but again, I usually always try to have milk available for the espresso machine that I have because I usually will make coffee for people a lot.
Right.
And a lot of times there are some people that I will make coffee for that do have a lactose intolerance. And to be honest, I think it tastes a little better and also lasts longer. That's a big thing. I don't go through, or at least we don't go through milk very quickly in our house.
Tonight was like the first time in a while I even drank any milk.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like I don't know what they do to it or how they process it, or maybe the fact that there's not lactose sugar in it or whatever it is. It lasts much, much longer than like regular milk does. In the past, whenever I've bought regular milk, it will instantly go bad before I finish even half of it. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
I can't tell you how many times we've bought like a couple bags of cereal and I'll have like a couple, and then by the time I go for my third, it's like, what the?
Yeah.
This is like 5 days past the expiration date.
Right. Anyway, I'm saying all that because Fairlife, for anybody out there who knows,
and has a fair life,
they make chocolate milk. And
boy, do they.
It is
straight from the chocolate cow.
I know people may scoff at this and go, "You're paying that much for milk, and you're also paying that much for chocolate milk." Yes,
it's fucking good.
It's a delicacy, and I'm willing to spend a little extra money on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you what, Dylan was like, "Hey, yo, do we got any chocolate milk?"
And I was like, "Yeah, we do."
Like, not only do we have chocolate milk, we finished off the last batch of it, and I bought a fresh jug of it,
pristine,
cracked the seal tonight.
Christened
for us to have some chocolate milk as well. Tonight was a good night.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good night.
And on that note,
yes.
Good night.
Good night. For anybody out there who's looking to get in touch with us, you know how.
You know what to do.
You know what to do. The big thing I would like for you to do is to go onto YouTube, type in @HindsightStudios, and then subscribe to our channel. Look at all of our videos, like them all. Hop in the comments and talk with us. I need to be honest, I've been liking the comments. I haven't had a chance to really dive in there and respond and start a little bit of dialogue with you guys. And I probably need to do that. Recently, we had Ethan on the podcast. Mm-hmm. He's going to probably be doing some more About Nothing episodes. I know we made a joke.
The long-awaited return.
We made some jokes about it in the past episode. Right. He actually had a straight-up phone call with me and was like, "Okay, so like I need to like start
workshop.
I need to make some notes. I need to sit down and lock in and probably do some stuff. So the About Nothing podcast is about to be something again
instead of the nothing.
Yeah, about the nothing show. And a lot of this, and I will say this, I'm going to call you out again. Our boy Toasty commented on that episode, and a very funny comment, something to the tune of, we used to all gather around as a family and watch or listen to the About Nothing podcast. And now
how am I supposed to tell my children?
It's the Nothing podcast now. Life is not fair, and Ethan got a big kick out of that, and he says he's going to come back around. He does have a trip planned in October.
Oh, yes.
To go to
the ever-fabled Kilimanjaro climb.
Yes. So at the very least, he's going to have some episodes upon his return that he has lined up, but I do think we have some ideas that we're trying to workshop before then. So anyways, subscribe to the YouTube channel because that is where you're going to find that stuff when it drops. Or you can go outside when it's raining and in the grass.
If you are to leave a sugar cube.
Yes.
Be rewarded with the podcast.
Yes. I was also going to say you have to talk nicely to the little people in the grass.
Right.
And if your neighbors judge you, just don't worry about them.
There are shareholders, you see.
Yeah. They're 100%. They're big stakeholders in the podcast. The little people. The borrowers, if you will. They don't like it when I call them little people, and I apologize. And until next week, thank you so much for listening.
See ya.
Bye-bye.